Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on bringing you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that. A good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. This particular house has actually been kind of storming the rack stores. Didn't see this one there that I'm talking about right now. I found mine on Amazon for like 18 bucks, but I've seen it as low as $16. And y'all have mentioned this fragrance several times. Just never pulled the trigger on it because I had an idea of kind of what it was going to smell like, and I just wasn't trying to get something like that in the hot Florida summer. But now that we're getting like close to Halloween and stuff like that, where it's going to start cooling down and I'll find excuses to wear something like this, I decided to go ahead and spend the 18 bucks and get Lattafa's Ameer Al Oud Intense. So just a little bit about the presentation. This is another well-built, heavy, thick glass bottle with, I don't know how they put those on there, if they're just like, I don't know, you can barely feel it. So it's almost like it's part of the glass. I feel like it's like pieces of, I don't know, metal or something that they just heat or something like that and put it on there. But none of it is stickers, is what I'm trying to say. Atomizer cap is very heavy metal. Another one that does not slide into place, just like my Afro leather. This one comes right off, so that's unfortunate. Atomizer is decent though. So about this fragrance, Fragrantica and Perfume.net seem to agree on hardly anything of what's in this one, so I'm going to tell you what I think it is. And it opens up sweet, woody, spicy. That's what I get. I get a sweet, woody, spicy, smoky, good dose of smoke, a good dose of smoke. So let me go ahead and try to paint a picture without naming so many notes, right? Imagine there's a distant campfire while you're peeling off old layers of old bark on a naturally deteriorating wet tree. It's kind of swampy and wet and dusty and dirty, and you're pulling off that bark and you're getting whiffs of that distant campfire. And here's the notes: some vanilla, some nutmeg, and a touch of leather. And to me, that's what's going on with this fragrance. It is sweet, but it's not as sweet as By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace is a great fragrance, and people compare this one to By the Fireplace, but to me, By the Fireplace is stickier, sweeter, and has more of an amber, like up close to the fire, whereas this has more of a distant smoke type of a feel. As it dries down, the wood, that wet, damp wood, starts to get a little bit more prominent, and the sweetness is just a touch more mild. It doesn't change a whole lot. It's pretty similar from the opening to the dry down, except it's not as sticky in the dry down. It's more wet, woody, sweet. The performance so far, what I'm getting, I haven't been able to really get many like real experiences, real full wears in the outs, but so far I'm clocking it at 6+ hours, and I estimate, I'm pretty good at this, that it's somewhere in the 7 to 8 hour range. So it's a good performing fragrance. It projects pretty heavy too. It's a pretty good, and it's not a room filler, but if I spray one spray in here and I walk in here like 30 minutes later, I can clearly smell that thing hanging out in the air. So overall, this is a cool weather fragrance. As I stated in the beginning, it is a cool weather fragrance. It's a dark evening fragrance. The fragrance itself, I don't mean the fragrance is dark. I mean, it's better for the nighttime. It's better when it's really cold. It's mature. It's not so much unisex either, because I think of how woody it is, there's that leather and that bit of oud and stuff like that. Like, this is a bit more masculine, and it's a little woodier than it is sweet, in my opinion, which also helps to me make it a bit more masculine. So it's a mature, cool weather, evening kind of a fragrance. It's loud and long lasting and under $20, like 16 bucks. And at first, disclaimer, right? When you first spray this and you go to smell it like that, it might take your breath away. You know, not in like so much of a bad way, but there might be something that hits a reflex in your lung that that kind of takes your breath away a little bit, partially because it's so strong, but I think there's like that damp wood, almost like that moldy thing that wood can do. This does, but like that sounds weird and maybe bad, but it's really not. It's really not. So what I'm trying to say is there is a synthetic quality to this, but it's not like crazy. It doesn't smell like a $16 fragrance. I'll just say that right now. 30 bucks, it would be worth 30 bucks. Much more, not so much, but yeah, it doesn't smell like a $16 fragrance. So my score on this one is, I feel like the scent profile is like a 6.5, and the performance, I gotta give this one a solid 7. We'll see in the future if I like it more or less, but this one's definitely gonna find a home in my rotation. I look forward to wearing this thing during the cold fronts. I got a bunch of cold fragrances. We don't have that many cold nights here in Florida, or days for that matter, but I'm gonna do my best to just give every one of these some love, and I have a few that I'm really looking forward to reviewing that I just got that kind of blew me away. But for now, this one right here is really doing its thing for a $16 fragrance. So that's my final thoughts on Lattafa's Amir Al Oud. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.